Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia. Uh, Breaking news. Uh, in a very unbelievable way, the fighter jet donations, the one that EU have promised to Ukraine, that donation deal is off. Like, is the entire thing just like went up in smoke? Not a single plane will be donated to Ukraine. So this is the article I've just published on Defense Politics Asia. The fighter jets donation deal is off. Poland, Bulgaria, and Slovakia rejected requests to give Ukraine their Russian-made planes. So, in a stunning reversal of what would be the most dramatic military aid to Ukraine from the European Union, and this is like the Ukrainian pilots is actually in Poland now to actually take over the donated fighter jets. Will leave empty-handed as the three European countries that still fly these Russian-made planes that Ukraine also operates has all rejected to give up their fighters. So according to the Bulgarian premier Kirill Petkov, he told the journalists after his parliamentary thing that no commitments have been made for Bulgarian fighters. We currently have few flying planes and they cannot be delivered to another country. The other fake news I heard today is that we will be sending troops to Ukraine. There is absolutely nothing true in these two allegations. So this other fake news, I haven't heard about it, but I just put it in just in case, just to give the full response that he gave to the journalist. So this is the guy. So the spokesperson for the Slovakian foreign ministry told Newsweek this morning, or just now, Slovakia will not provide fighter jets to Ukraine. So they say that they have provided something else, but they will not be providing fighter jets. And Polish President Andrzej Duda, say after the press conference with NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg. This is Jens Stoltenberg. This is actually the Polish President Andrzej Duda. We are not sending any jets to Ukraine because that would open military interference in the Ukrainian conflict. We are not joining that conflict. NATO is not a party to that conflict. So this represents a huge disappointment to Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, as his air force is actually very decimated, and I'm not too sure if there are still any Ukrainian fighters actually in operation now, because of the intense air war that happened over the past few days. So I'm not too sure if Ukrainians still have any fighter jets that's still operating at this moment. Even in the Russian side, the planes are not really flying around Ukraine much anymore. They kind of had enough with all the losses. So I believe the concerns are multifold. Of course, including this part where they say that they don't want to be militarily interfering with the conflict, but I think that's an excuse. There's most likely is that if the war gets bigger, because Vladimir Putin has made moves and actions that suggest that this conflict might get bigger as he might double down, especially with Bulgaria, signing not Bulgaria, sorry, Belarus, where they had this new constitution that allows nuclear weapons to be placed within Belarus itself. This represents a totally new dynamic, and I don't think these bordering countries, these countries that are very close to Russia, is likely to want to give up their air force, because if you give all your fighters, to Ukraine, and then they are likely to be shot down within days, then you're gonna have problems when this become a regional war. So when this become a regional war, then Poland will have no fighters, Bulgaria will have no fighters, Slovakia will have no fighters. Even though these are old fighters, but at least they are some form of deterrence. Without them, then there is no air force, and then it's not a deterrence. Another thing is the cost, because once you give away your fighter jets, you will have to buy new ones. Then if you're going to buy new ones, then where are you going to find the money to buy the new fighters? Especially all the new fighters today are advanced fighter jets. The Rafale, the Typhoon, the American fighters like F-16, F-15s, F-35. I don't think these countries are able to fork out this money in such a short time frame, nor will they be able to be delivered within such a short time frame, because this war can escalate at any time in weeks, days, or it could take months. But even if it take a year, they are not able to kind of replace 70 fighter jets in a year, because so if you go to this part of the articles, because originally they wanted to transfer 70 fighters, so 28 MiG-29 from Poland, 12 from Slovakia, 16 from Bulgaria, and another 14 Sukhoi 25, which is also from Bulgaria. So these 70 fighter jets are no joke. That's technically a bigger air force than a lot of countries around the world, and I don't think any Rafale, or Rafale, if you pronounce it that way, or the Eurofighter, or even American fighters, I don't think they will be able to produce and replace all these fighter jets within a year. It's too short a time. So and when they're gonna transfer all these fighters to Ukraine, there is no money spoken about it. So Slovakia, and Poland, and where's the other country? And Poland, Slovakia, and Bulgaria, yes. Are they gonna get reimbursement from the European Union for all these donations, all these fighter jets, or is it gonna be a free thing? Then that will be like a punishment, right? To give up all your fighter jets and had nothing in return. So I think this is also one of the major reasons why they are not going to give up their fighter jets. So a quick calculation: this 70 aircraft represents a value of $1.4 billion of fighter jets. Although, of course, these are old fighter jets now, so maybe the numbers will be lower, but at market rate, this was the price. And if you're going to replace 70 fighters with the modern version of F-16, or you want F-15s, then this amount, the number will actually burst through 1.4 billion. It'll be more than that. So this represents a shock. I was so surprised. I thought that they're gonna do something so dramatic and so awesome. And I even read about the Ukrainian pilots already arrived in Poland to take over the fighter jets, and then I read the shock that all of the leaders actually rejected. That means the EU have actually promised fighter jets to Ukraine without asking the owners, without asking the 3 countries that actually own the fighter jets. So this is ridiculous, and I thought this is hilarious. So anyway, this is just a quick update about this fighter jet deal, and please subscribe to our channel, and you can find out more on the Ukraine war focus that we have here at defensepoliticsasia.com, defensepoliticsasia.com, and /Ukraine. You will be able to go to this, or you just go to defensepoliticsasia.com and you will be able to jump straight to the Ukraine focus, and you'll be here. So do check us out, and do subscribe, and do share this YouTube video to your friends. And I think this is interesting news that I think more people should know about. So I'll see you in the next video.